Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer, and to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So in today's video I'm going to be addressing the question about why I no longer show my children on YouTube, why I no longer post about my children on YouTube, and stuff like that. So for those of you that do not know, at the beginning when I started doing YouTube, I actually started YouTube when I was on my maternity break, and there was not, I had so much free time, and I've made the video where I explained that how I stumbled onto YouTube when I was pregnant. I was always checking for pregnancy update and stuff like that, and I was actually googling it, but Google was suggesting videos, and I click in and I find some YouTube channels that are people that are vlogging their lives and showing their pregnancy update. And that was the first time I actually came across vlogging, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. To me, what was interesting is the fact that they have all these videos they can look back at and just see how they've lived their life and just sharing with other people. I found it interesting, to be honest with you. I did find it interesting. Then I started vlogging, and I liked it. I actually was like, oh wow, this is nice. So now when I started vlogging, those of you that have been here from the beginning, I was only vlogging just me and my baby. The thing is, my older kids didn't want to be on the vlog at all. And the thing is, my baby cannot speak for himself, but the older ones, like, they could speak for themselves, and they were like, no, I don't want to be on YouTube, I don't want to be online and stuff like that. And if those of you that have been here for a long time would have known, when I used to kind of show them, if we show anything cooking, I would just show their hands while they're doing stuff, or if they were like I would show maybe just their legs as they walk past. I didn't show their faces, I didn't even show their bodies, just their hands and maybe their feet when they walk past. I avoided showing them because they didn't want to be on YouTube. But after a while, a lot of people were like, oh, show us your family, we'd like to see your family and stuff like that. And for a long time, they didn't want to be on YouTube, and I didn't want to force it. I tried my best to encourage them, not really. And then the first time I remember really showing my children, my whole family on YouTube, was when I did the Meet My Family video, where I showed everybody in my family, and that was the first time I actually really showed my whole family on YouTube. And even in that video, a lot of people noticed that they were kind of like running away from the camera. They didn't want to be on camera. And even some people left me a comment and said, Summer, don't force them if they don't. Summer, don't force them if they don't want to be on YouTube. Just leave them, But they kind of participated. Well, you could tell that they were not too keen about being on camera. And even in that video, of Meet My Family, I actually vlogged asking them questions about why do you not like to be on YouTube in that Meet My Family video. So apparently my children didn't like to be on YouTube, and I didn't want to force it. I wanted it to be something that they do and they enjoy, rather than just do it because they're being forced. It's not going to feel the same. I didn't want to, and I had to respect their decisions. And I remember when I did the house tour, I remember my old video when I did the house tour, and I didn't show their bedroom because they didn't want their bedroom to be shown. And I remember making a video, I said, and I just showed the door of the bedroom. I was like, this is my children's bedroom, and this is this child's bedroom, blah blah blah. I said, I'm not going to show it because they do not want their rooms to be shown. And some people let me come and say, oh my goodness, Summer, that's actually very nice, you respected their wishes. And I was like, of course I am. I'm going to respect their wishes. It's their lives, it's their life. They don't want to be on YouTube, so that's it. And I kind of but after a while they kind of started warming up to it, and kind of tried to warm up to it. There were some videos that they were on, but you could, they were not like, they were kind of slowly warming up to it. But what happened that actually made me decide that, nah, I'm not going to do this anymore, I noticed that they would, any video that they were in the videos, they go checking and be like, oh my goodness, what did people say about me, what did people say about me, what comment did people write? And I noticed that they were very conscious of the fact that there are some people may leave not very nice comments, and they didn't want that. They were always anxious, like, what did people say about me, what did people say about them, and they will go and check, because my children don't really watch my YouTube channel, but they were watching there to see what comments people left about them, because they were kind of nervous about people saying mean things. And I think that was part of what really did it for me, because sometimes in life you do things because you have tried it and found out why, because you've tried it. Like, I tried it and I saw what it was. My children being anxious about the comment people would leave, I didn't think that was healthy. It wasn't healthy. I just thought to myself, I am the one that chose to have a YouTube channel. And luckily, my children never really got negative comments, to be honest with you. The only person that actually got negative comments would have been Ken. You know, that he's the only one that really got negative comments. And funny enough, the issue they had about him is that he has a disability, because Ken never really said much in my videos, anything like that. But most of the videos, most of the comments, there were so many comments I didn't even let him know about these comments. But people have some very mean things to say about him. And funny enough, his crime is actually that he has a disability. That is his crime. All the comments that they ever left to attack him or troll or negative comments were just about his disability. And yeah, that was that. But my children never really got negative comment. But when I saw that they were very anxious about what people said or what people left in comments, that really did open my eyes to realize, okay, this is not healthy. If children are going to be anxious about what people left with them, I just slowly I said, and that was how I pulled them off my channel, and it became just me and the baby again. But later on, I thought to myself, like, okay, the other ones, I can tell how they feel about it, and I stopped featuring them. But my baby can't tell. Like, I can't tell. My baby can't talk. You know, he's not able to understand the whole thing. And that opened my eyes that, okay, these ones are old enough to express their feelings, but he's not old enough. But I use them as a benchmark to realize that, no, I shouldn't be showing him as well. And the thing again about showing my children on YouTube, I ask myself is this, you know, the issue of consent. You know, can children really give their consent? Can they really, you know, they're not even up to the age to give consent. That's why the only one you would have seen in my channel a few times, I've shown on my channel a few times, will be my oldest one who is in the university, because he's old enough to kind of like, okay, yeah, go ahead. I have 1 or 2 videos where I've shown him, but even him, he doesn't really like, it's not even a video, it's just like pictures of him, but I haven't like really videos. The whole thing is an eye-opener. I came to the point where I realized that, you know, I made the choice to be on YouTube, and I get all this, the good ones and the bad ones or whatever, but it's my choice to be online, right? My children haven't made that choice, and the thing is, they can't consent. You know, when children are young, they're not up to the age to give their consent. And I personally feel like it's wrong for me to continue to show them on my channel without them being of the age to give consent, because a child that's still under 18, or, you know, young children, they can't really give consent because they don't know what they would feel like when they grow up. That's something else. And at the same time, you know, all the things that I experience, it's my personal choice to be on YouTube. If they grow up and experience negativity from people because they've been on YouTube, it's not going to be because of their choice to be on YouTube. It's going to be because of my choice to put them on YouTube. And I feel personally that it is wrong. I want to be on YouTube, that's fine. If they grow up and choose to be on YouTube, it's going to be their choice. You know, and I started looking more into all of these things, and I started searching more, and I started finding so many, you know, articles and videos and discussion boards and everything where people are discussing these things about the fact that, you know, there was actually a video that I watched that said that in France, children have the right to sue their parents for putting them online.
French police also say that parents who don't stop could face lawsuits from their children later in life. Under French privacy law, anyone who publishes or distributes an image of another person without their consent could face up to a year in prison. Live at our Hampshire County Bureau in Northampton, Matt Karen, 22 News.
Yeah, and it's not the first time. It's happened before that children sue their parents for putting their lives online. If children are being featured on YouTube, they have to be on payroll, and they should actually be on salaries, because it is like they are part of the channel. They are part of what makes the channel what it is. They should be on payroll, especially the regular family videos, like, you know, a lot of the regulars, they are actually supposed to be on salaries. They should be on salaries. A lot of people that do it, a lot of the Americans and Westerners that do it, actually put their children are on payroll. They have accounts, they actually pay their children because they are featuring on the channel. So it's like a job, you know, it's like a job. It's something else that came to my mind is this, you know, a lot of this, like a lot of the family vloggers that I watched that inspired me at the beginning, but, you know, I don't really do vlogs anymore. Vlogging is a new thing. It's a new thing. This whole thing is an experiment. Like, YouTube is about 10, how many years old? And most of the families that have been vlogging will be typically their children, like, say, is about 10-year kind of experience. So imagine the children that their lives were vlogged from the minute they were born, and their lives are vlogged daily and everything like that, daily or whatever, or how often of their life. The thing is this, you know, like I'm talking about the choice to be online. Somebody's vlogging these children's lives and putting their lives out there and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, listen, when my children go to college or whatever, you know, there are a lot of their friends that already knows what happened at home before they get to school. And then you wonder, like, my children don't know what happens in those people's homes, but these people know what is happening in my child's home. And I began to think about these things. What if my children didn't really want them to know that such and such and such, you know, happened at home? Do you know what I mean? And think about like the people that started like day one when the child was born in hospital, and every single part of their lives. Even mine, I never really show. Mine was never really daily or that regular. It was just kind of like occasionally I'll show. Maybe there was something going on. I kind of show them on and off. I was never like showing my children all the time. But there are some that like the daily vloggers, are those that vlog their children from the minute they were born and whatever. Think about grown up when they become grown up. Like think about them as teenagers and they go to college, secondary school, and they go to secondary school, starting a new school. Every single child is coming there with their privacy still intact. Everybody's appearing there to come and discover each other, make new friends, and know about each other. And friends will ask questions about, oh, how many brothers do you have? How many sisters do you have? But you know, think about that kind of child that's been vlogged from the day they are born. Is going to go there already known. Like they don't even have to. Like people know so much about them that. And the thing is, all the things they know about them are not things that these children chose to put out there about themselves. They are the things that their parents chose to put out there about them. And then think about like the child that threw tantrum, or the child that the parents say, oh, I've been trying to potty train this child. It's so hard to potty train this child. I've been trying and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or the child had an accident and, you know, peed on themselves or whatever. And all these things are there online. And they're there starting secondary school. And those other children are like, oh, I know you. I know your parents vlog. I've seen you, your family vlog. Da, da, da. Oh my goodness, he was the one that peed on himself. You know, those are the things that I started thinking about more and more about this whole thing. And like I said, those other children come to school with their privacy intact. Oh, but this child that is vlogged all every day of their life comes in with no privacy. You know, there's no privacy really, because everybody knows so much about them. I seriously struggled with that question. Do I really have the right to put their lives out there? I have the right to put my life out there. Do I really have the right? You know, it's a question. And like I said, a lot of these things are experimental stage. A lot of these children that are people vlog their life on the day they were born and almost every single day of their lives. We don't have a benchmark. We don't have history to say, oh, it happened in 1961 and this is how it is. No, this is new. YouTube is new. So we don't know yet how these children are going to turn out in the future. So we don't have anything to compare it with. So all these children that are being vlogged from day one of their lives and everything, they are the experiment. That we don't know how it's going to work out eventually. If these children are all going to grow up and sue all their parents, we don't know these things. And I don't want to take the risk of, you know, my child growing up and be like, look at that thing about me because you put it online. Look at what it's cost me. I wouldn't want to do that. Like I keep saying, I made the choice to be online. Whatever happens out of me being online, I'm going to kind of like, okay, yeah, my choice. I made the choice. You know, I made the choice. This is my decision, and I'm going to take it like that. But if it's posting somebody else and then something happens in the future, be like, oh, you know, bullying or anything at all. Whatever happens, they experience negative things in the future because I posted them online. Like that will really hurt my feelings. That will really hurt me. I really blame myself for that. I just feel like the risk is not worth it. You know, the risk is not worth it. There are some family vloggers that are like making loads of money and everything and all of these things. I feel like, let me tell you, there's some like my children's safety and my children's happiness and my children's future is worth more than any money at all. You know, money is not everything. Money is a good thing, but it's not everything. So for me, it's not about money, whatever. It is about my children and what is right by my children. Even as an adult doing YouTube, you know, I found like a lot of people recognize. I'm beginning to I've experienced a lot of people see me in the street. Oh my goodness, Summer! Oh my God, Summer! I've experienced that a lot, and I see that I'm experiencing it even more and more, especially when I go into a Nigerian gathering and stuff like that. Even when at the shopping center, people are like, oh my goodness, Summer! Oh hi, da, da, da. And there are times when you just want to go somewhere and not be recognized. Actually, I give you guys an example. A friend of mine, like she's done this thing a few times where she goes to parties uninvited. It's abroad here, and she goes to parties uninvited. She's like, I want to eat party food. She just goes uninvited just to eat party food. I want to do it, okay? I want to do it, but she sneaks in and pretend to be one of the invited guests. I want to do it, but I can't do it because, oh my goodness, they may recognize me, because it's happened a lot. It's happened to me that I go to party and people just recognize, oh, Summer. So how do I sneak into a party? This is something minor now, but like, I can't just go. My friend does it, and she just goes to a party uninvited and she enjoys herself, but I can't do it. I'm just using, this is minor example now, but that's an example that it's just from being online. My son is in college, for example. He never tells anybody about my channel, anything like that, because he doesn't want that. He doesn't want anybody to know anything like that. Even once he was having conversation with his friends and they were like, oh, they're on YouTube, and this one was like, oh, I have 1,000 subscribers. This one was like, I have 2,000 subscribers. And he was like, my mother has such and such subscribers. And they were like, what? They were all like, what? Your mom has what? What's your mom's channel? He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you guys. No, it's not going to happen. They've been pestering him to say, what's your mother? He said, no. He doesn't want that part of his life. Like, he doesn't want his friends to know anything about my channel or whatever. He just wants to go to school and just be himself. He doesn't want somebody to come and be like, oh, I watched your mother's video about. He just doesn't want that. You know what I mean? He doesn't want any of that. And this is just me. You know, he doesn't want them to see. He just doesn't want them to see. He wants to go to school and be a student, and just he wants to go to school and mix with his friends, and just, you know, he doesn't want to have any care or anything at all. No, he just wants that. He wants my channel to just be there. He doesn't want that to be part of his life. He just goes there and have great time with his friends. He just doesn't want that part of his life. My mother is on YouTube to even be part, to even come in at all. But imagine if he's posted online and he's all over. If from the day he was born and he's there on YouTube, he's always been pasted. Imagine that. You know what I mean? This is even just about me. He doesn't want them to know. So imagine if I have been vlogging his life from when he was a baby and stuff like that. You know, you have, these are the things that I've been thinking about. But the unfortunate thing I'm going to be honest about is this. I know there are some people that absolutely love my family. There are some people that watch my videos because they really, really liked my family. They want to be part of my family. Yeah, and they really want to know how we're doing, and they want to know what we're up to. Unfortunately, you know, there's no way to filter between the good guys and the bad guys. You know what I mean? So it's not worth it. For me, it's just not worth it. You know, another thing again I keep thinking about is this. Think about when a child grows up. All these children that are being born, and from the day they are born, like even being delivered, they are vlogged, right? Think about it. If that child, and this child is being vlogged almost every single day of their life, right? Think about it, that when they grow up and they choose, you know, we don't know. We all have different personalities. I have some friends, like I have some close friends that be like, oh my goodness, Summer, you're so brave. I can't put myself out there. I really like what you do, but I can't put myself out there. And all of these things. Oh, I'm too private to put myself out there. You know, I have so much I'd like to talk about, but I don't want to come out on YouTube because, but I don't want to put myself out there. These are choices they are making as grown-ups, right? What about if these children grow up and if these children grow up and end up being very private people? There are some people that are so private, they're not on Facebook, they're not on Instagram, they're not on anything, they are completely private. You don't know what that child is going to be when they grow up. They could grow up and be very, very private, but unfortunately for them, so much of their privacy is already gone because their parents made the choice to post them online. This are my thinking behind it. Those are the kind of children that may really not be happy with their parents when they grow up. These are all the things behind my reasoning and my thinking. Okay, for example, this week I went to the library. Just went to the library, quiet library, you know, sat down, kind of minding my business, and this guy sitting across the way, and he was looking at me, and he was like, are you Summer? I was like, I said, yeah, hi. And he was like, oh, I watch your channel, you know, stuff like that. And if it's someone that really wants to, like, for some people that are very, very private people, they may not like that. For me, it was, I don't know, but for people that love to be really, really private would not be happy that they just turn up somewhere and someone knows them. And this guy was like, oh my goodness, I watch your channel. Oh, by the way, before I forget, he actually told me to give the daughter a shout out. And I checked out her channel. I think they are Yorubas, yeah. And I saw one video of her and her mom. Let me see if I can find the girl's name. And I I was just there. Let me actually say this. I was just there, like, and he was like, he just wrote something on a piece of paper. After he said hello, he wrote something on a piece of paper and he gave it to me. I was like, okay, what's this? He's like, oh, that's my daughter's name. You know, that's my daughter's YouTube name. My daughter has a YouTube channel. You would do mind just, you know, give her a shout out. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, you know what? I just took a picture of the name, if you can see it there. I checked out her channel and there was this video of her and her mother. Thank God I actually remember now to give her a shout out. Yes, so for that's nothing. But I'm just saying, for somebody that wants to be really private, for someone that's very private and what's the word? The opposite of introverted. Someone that's very introverted, that may not be an attention they like, but I'm the one that put myself on YouTube, and when these things happen, I'm kind of ready for it, kind of. But for a child that grows up and be completely private, that would they may grow up and not appreciate people recognizing them, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got, you know, some people that I get a lot of people saying, oh, why don't you vlog anymore? We miss all your vlogs, or children and all of these things, you know, asking after my family and everything. I've been saying I'm going to make this video, but I kept on postponing it. What was somebody then? I just kind of got emails, like somebody actually, you know, sent me an email not too long ago. I was like, oh, how is this person? How is that person? How is the family? I'm really missing your vlogs. You know, I really enjoyed when you were vlogging. I miss seeing your family and everything. And I just thought I should come here and just share with you guys, you know, why I don't want to show my family on YouTube anymore and my reasoning behind it. And I'm not here saying, you know, I'm not here judging people that do it. I'm just speaking about my personal choice, my decision, and my reasoning behind it. You know, everybody is different, everybody think differently. My personal reason behind me showing my children, behind why I stopped showing my children on YouTube. So that's it really. So I just thought I should come here and share it. I think that's that. And with that, I'm just gonna say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye bye.